What's going on, guys? Rabbi Teacher in the house here, and I am going to be just letting you guys know and fill you guys in on a couple of things regarding the NPLA. For those of you that have been following me for a little bit of a while, you'll know that I was due to be playing a match on the Thursday night. I'm actually recording this on that same Thursday night, but you're going to see this a little bit later because I'm actually going to be at work at the time you're seeing this. We had to have a bit of an official ruling in this week with the NPLA because I actually showed up at the time we scheduled for a match. Unfortunately, Chelsea got caught up in a lot of things. From what I understand, I don't have the full details or anything at this point. Maybe someone can fill me in later. But I showed up at a time. I messaged Chelsea and said, I'm ready when you are. Let me know. Had all my recording and everything set up. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. So I waited for a while, waited for about half an hour. Then unfortunately, I couldn't play after that because I had another video to record with Denisha, which is the Power Rankings video, which is already on my channel. Then I had to go to bed because I've got an 18-hour day at work. So when you're seeing this, I'm probably about 10 hours into my 18-hour day. So yeah, I'm going to be incredibly suffering. So as a result of that, as I could prove that we had the match scheduled at the time that I showed up, and I messaged Chelsea that I was there, the ruling is given that it's a 3-0 forfeit win in my favour, which sucks. Honestly, it sucks. I would have loved to have played against Chelsea. Chelsea's got a very scary team. It would have been an interesting one. I did prep a lot for his team, so I'm a little bit sad that prep went to waste. But at the same time, rules are rules. I hate to say it like that, and I don't like forfeit wins like this. But it does put me in an okay position in the standings. It puts me ahead of Chelsea, pretty comfortably on differential, which is okay. There are some teams that are a little bit above me in the rankings at the moment. There's still other games left to play, I believe. But yeah. Either way, that's going to be the situation regarding that, so I do have to apologise, of course. The team build is not going to get posted either because there's no point revealing my team for a match that didn't get played, so I won't be posting that. But yeah, on the other side of that, I do have a couple of other things to discuss as well. The main one is going to be my transfers. We do get 2 free agency transactions per draft period. Of course, we do draft every few weeks, so these are only going to be temporary changes anyway. But I decided to drop Gudra and Mashana. Gudra I really liked, but it was lacking a little bit in defog potential. It doesn't get defog. It does get good coverage moves. It's really good on a especially bulky side, decent special attack as well. But it just didn't really fit my team as well as I would have liked. I would have liked to have had a bit more from Gudra, but I just couldn't keep it on my team. I needed a bit more firepower. I needed an extra defogger. I needed a pivot as well, because Gudra doesn't even get U-turn or anything like that. So it was a bit of a shame. I would have loved to have tried out Gudra, and I may try it out again in another draft where Gudra fits a little bit better, but that's something that time will tell on that one. I did have a draft plan for Gudra at some point, but I'm not going to spoil that in case someone snipes me. Mashana never really fit the team at all. Mashana being tier 5 doesn't naturally fit a lot of teams anyway unless you're running Trick Room. This team's not really geared towards Trick Room with the changes that I made. So Mashana didn't really fit. Plus I have 2 other Psychic types in Mega Gallade and Slowking, so Mashana doesn't really have any justification to be on the team. So, as much as I like Mashana, it's actually a cool Pokemon. It just doesn't do enough for me for my team. So, I decided to drop them for Hydreigon and Garbodor, which are 2 carries in a way for 2 different teams of the GPL. Garbodor I had in GPL Season 0, and Hydreigon, of course, I've currently got in the GPL Season 1. I love both of these Pokemon for multiple different reasons. Garbodor's an absolute steal in this league. For some reason it's tier 5. Not sure why. It's normally a tier 4 Pokemon. Occasionally it's even a tier 3. So the fact that it's in tier 5 is an absolute bargain. I will more than happily take it. Gets spikes, gets toxic spikes, gets decent coverage moves, gets pain split for recovery. Has okay stats. Not the best. But it has okay stats. It's got usable stats that's actually worth picking up. So it was pretty nice to have it. Obviously, I do have Skuntank already as a grounded poison type, which is fine. Skuntank gets defog as well and things like that, so it has different uses. Obviously, with the dark typing as well, I can run things like Sucker Punch and that on Skuntank. But Garbodor has usefulness for me. It's a good setup for entry hazards. I didn't have a Spiker or a Toxic Spiker on this team, so the fact that I got both in one Pokemon is fine by me. Hydreigon, obviously a lot more offensive than Goodra, has much better offensive stats on both the physical and the special side. Decent speed here, of course, a base 98 speed, gets U-turn, gets defog, gets huge amounts of coverage options. Hydreigon just fits my team so nicely. Obviously, yes, it's another dark type, but that's fine. I don't mind having duplicate typings if they have different weaknesses, of course. But yeah, Hydreigon gives me a little bit more offensive presence, gives me an extra pivot, which I didn't really have that many pivots on my team outside of Coco. So having additional pivoting helps me out a little bit. It just knits my team that little bit closer together. I think it's a much more versatile mod than Goodra is. So it gives me a few extra options. So yeah, that's something else to know. There is one other thing I do want to talk about, and it's an issue that came from my team builder with Jason. I had a couple of people in the league complain to me they weren't particularly happy with the comment I made. I basically made a comment in that video that I was incredibly unhappy that Protean Greninja is allowed in the league. I think it's broken. It's a dumb decision to have it in the league. And I did go on to say I think the mods that made the decision shouldn't be modding next season. Now, I do want to clarify something here, because I didn't really make it that clear in the video, which is something I do apologize for. The reason I said that wasn't to attack the mods or anything like that. The reason I said that is because making decisions like that, and alongside some other decisions, some other tier balance issues that I see in the league when I joined, it does kind of show a bit of inexperience in the decision making. Now, I come into it as a pretty experienced draft league player. I've been around the draft league scene for many years. I've got a lot of experience and knowledge in terms of battle mechanics and things like that. So it does concern me a lot when I see these kind of mistakes. So that's the reason I feel like the modding needs to change slightly. Now, I do get that the NPLA is more of a fun league where you can test things out and try different other things. I get that. But at the same time, I just want a high-quality league to play in. I enjoy playing high-quality leagues. I'm obviously recording content for YouTube. No one wants to see a league where it's just awkward and not particularly well done. So my intentions are to try and help the league. It's not to hurt the league or criticize the league or, you know, belittle the league or anybody. It's not intended that way, so I do apologize if it came across that way. That wasn't intended. But yeah, it does happen. I'm not exactly going to pull any punches when it comes to my opinion. I am very critical. I'm a critical person in general. I'm always looking for ways to improve things, whether it's real life or my content or just the game in general. So it is something that is about me. I do know that it can be a double-edged sword, of course, but just bear in mind that I'm not intending to disrespect or attack anybody. So some of you did accuse me of that, which I wasn't too happy about. And obviously, I'm willing to sit my hands up and say, you know what, I wasn't clear enough in what I said. But I do stand by my opinion. I'm not going to change my opinion. My opinion still stands, as far as I'm concerned, because it's my opinion. You know, opinions are there to be disagreed with. You're welcome to disagree with me. I'm not saying you have to accept what I say as gospel, because I could be wrong, right? So, but just remember that opinions are opinions, okay? Don't feel like I'm attacking you with my own opinion. I'm not, right? I'm just critical of certain things that are happening, and that's as far as it goes for me. Now, I have even offered your topic the chance to, or I have offered my services to help your topic at the end of the season, of course, because you can't really change anything mid-season. It doesn't make any sense to do that. I have offered my services. I'm willing to help where I can. So that's the decision that has to be made, of course, but we'll talk about that after the season ends anyway. But yeah, that's all I really needed to say regarding the NPLA this week. Of course, I apologise for no match. I do actually play your topic next week, which is going to be a fun one. He's currently unbeaten in the league at the moment. I don't believe he's played his game for week 6 yet. But if he has, I do apologise, of course. I haven't seen it, so I would be interested in watching it. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. I've rambled on for quite some time now, but yeah. I'm going to get on out of here. My name is Rabombi Teacher. I'm your coach of the Robombs with Rabombis. Stay safe, stay awesome. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.